getting the Super Bowl ring. Cause we the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, we the Buffalo Bills. You better know that. Look how we throwing and catching cause we are unstoppable, yeah. You better know that. Look how we running and hitting cause we are unstoppable, yeah. Reppin' the mafia, yeah. Reppin' the mafia Bills, mafia, yeah. You better know that. Look how we throwing and catching cause we are unstoppable, yeah. You better know that. Look how we running and hitting cause we are unstoppable, yeah. Mafia up in your city, time to get gritty. Screaming and yelling, we bugging. Look at the red and blue.
This is an MVP year for Josh Allen. As an MVP voter, I said this last week. Josh Allen, he looks like an MVP. When you vote for MVP, and I can speak for myself, I think I'm one of 50 voters, you look at a couple things. Who's the best team in football? Who's the best player on that team in football? What do they look like as the best player on that team in football? And how much talent is around that best player on that best team in football?
Cause we the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, we the Buffalo.
Good evening, good evening. Welcome to another episode of the Coast to Coast podcast. Swiddle 2K coming at you one more again. I am solo tonight. Beyond my co-host Beyond 716 is unfortunately out with family. So that's some family stuff going on right now. He's okay. He'll be fine. He'll be back next week. And yeah, that's it, man. Hope everybody's week is going great. Mine is going well. So far so good. No, not a lot of news for the Buffalo Bills, but we are getting very close to the draft. There was some news though, AFC East news, that I do want to discuss just a little bit. We'll give a little air to it. Stephon Diggs signed with the New England Patriots for 3 years, $69 million. I Congrats, man. I mean, by all means, go get your money, brother. Go get it because there's no way. There's no way I would be paying Stephon Diggs, a guy who clearly has lost a step. Um, you've seen that over the last 2 seasons, and he's coming off of an ACL injury. Not that he still isn't capable of being productive. I just think the ability to separate down the field against the NFL, your upper echelon of NFL corners, I think it's starting to deteriorate a little bit. I mean, Father Time is undefeated, guys, so it kind of is what it is. Yeah, I was told. Well, I heard that that there are some that have an issue with Stephon Diggs coming back to the AFC East. I don't see why anybody would have an issue with it. Like, who cares? Let the guy go get his money. Um, we have Christian Benford. Benford's gonna put him in Alcatraz. Why are we worried about it? I don't really care. But congrats to him and congrats to Cardi B. They put together a nice they put together they got a nice little contract done for him. Um, New England, has a new, I guess, number one receiver. So congrats to them. We'll see them again, and Diggs will have his opportunity to come and play in Buffalo again. Yeah, what up, dog? What up, man? Um, but today, since my co-host is not here and we don't have a guest lined up this week, I'm working to try to secure some guests over the next few weeks to really get into this draft and really talk some X's and O's. But we're gonna do a little bit of that today. Um, what else? Oh, yeah. So I did do a little film review on the cornerback Azariah Thomas from Florida State. Um, I'm almost there. I'm almost about to stamp this dude as one of them ones. Like I think he might be a fit. I'm not sure yet. I got to go back. What I want to do is I want to go back and compare his. What I want to do is go back and compare his film to Kyer Elam's film coming out. So I want to go back and watch some of Kyer's Florida stuff, and then compare it to what I'm seeing from from Thomas, and figure out if this is a move that Buffalo should be making. And while we're with okay, let's do this. I think Diggs will be number one shape coming up. Well, one thing about Diggs is, and I appreciate you. What's up, Zach? Man, what's up, Zach? That's my man, Zach McDermott, y'all. One thing I will say about Diggs is the work ethic is always there. He's never been a guy to take the offseason for granted. So he's going to be in shape. He's going to be as ready as you could possibly be. He's going to be that. Like whatever his body can handle, and as far as getting ready to play, he's going to get there. Come on, Pacers. I'm sorry. I hate watching the Lakers. The Lakers are on TV right now. I hate watching them, hoping that they lose. But yeah, I think Diggs will be ready to go, man. I'm not worried about Stephon putting the work in. He always does. His work ethic can't be questioned. But do I think now? If the question is, do I think he'll be a number one? I don't know, man. I don't know if he's going to be able to handle that type of a workload. I will say this though: adding a guy like Diggs immediately takes a lot of pressure off of guys like Butte and Pop Douglas. Uh, I'm sure they'll look for a receiver in the draft as well. So hey, look, I think it's a nice move by them. Um, it's an overpay. In my opinion, it's an overpay. He can prove me wrong. If he comes out here and he balls out, then it wasn't an overpay. And the guy, he's back. That could be true. But I think it's an overpay. That's what I'm worried about, Um, but so as the draft is coming, a lot of the conversation is around, as far as with Bills fans, a lot of the conversation has been, what are the Bills going to do? What are the Bills going to do? Who are they going to draft? What are they going to prioritize? What do the Bills need? Some of us have been saying since the end of the season, actually since the season, the Bills need to address the second. They really need to address the secondary. They really need to address the interior defensive line. That will go a long way in ensuring that this Bills defense gets a lot better. So I did a little light research or whatever. And I wanted to just run down some numbers for the Bills defense last year. This is 2024. The Bills defense was ranked 11th in DVOA. And you think about it, it's 32 teams. The Bills being ranked 11, yeah, that's not bad. But when you think about it, there are only 14 teams that make the playoffs. So, let's see. Yeah, 14 teams that make the playoffs. So, we're 11th. That's at the bottom of the list of the playoff teams. Now, some of those teams are not playoff teams, got in the top 11. I get it. But you understand what I'm saying. 11th is not really where you want to be. 2023 was a little bit worse. We had Jordan Poyer out there, DeMar Hamlin, and Taylor Rapp's first year as the starter. Taylor Rapp's first year in the system playing in Buffalo. DeMar Hamlin coming off the bench and still not totally being back from his ordeal he went through. Obviously, a flawed, slowed Jordan Poyer. Micah Hyde, not really there. He had the neck injury and kept getting stingers throughout the year. So that was that for him. And eventually we had to, shut him down. But Russell Douglas was a late mid-season trade. He came in, he played well for us. Christian Benford was good. Like we had guys, we had some guys that they was hooping a little bit. But still, the defense ended up being ranked 12th in DVOA. Now, some of that has to do with the lack of a pass rush. Rousseau had a broken bone in his foot. AJ missed a few games. Who else? I think that was Daquan Jones missed some time. Matt Milano missed some time, missed a lot of the season. Daquan missed a lot of the season. We lost Trey White hella early in the season. So all of these things contributed to the Bills being ranked 12th in DVOA. And if you go back a little bit further, 2022, when the Bills went to the divisional game, and that was the year we lost to the Bengals. The defense went into the playoffs ranked number 3 in DVOA. Number 3. 2021, number 1 defense in DVOA. What was the difference in those years to where we have now? Well, the safeties were younger. They were playing a lot better. Matt Milano was, for the most part, healthy. In those seasons. Ed Oliver, we had guys that were 2022, like Vaughn. We had just signed Vaughn. He had 8.5 sacks in the first 10 games. So we had a lot. We had a lot of positives working in our favor early on in throughout the year 2022. Same thing with 2021. 2021. Trey White was there pretty much the entire year. He gets hurt in November, the Thanksgiving game against the Saints, tears his ACL, and he's out for the rest of the year. But Levi Wallace and Dane Jackson, they played solid. We schemed around their deficiencies, and thank goodness for Taron Johnson being healthy that year. We got pretty much a full season out of Matt Milano, Tremaine Edmonds, and obviously the safeties were still at a all-pro, Pro Bowl level at that time. So coverage was immaculate, right? We were getting coverage sacks, breaking plays up. We're doing our thing, man. Getting off the field on third down, putting the offense in excellent position with the football. What changed? Well, guys got older. Talent walked out the building, and here we are where we currently rank today. So I'm going to give you some of the needs, in my opinion, right? This is my opinion. I think the number 1 need for the Buffalo Bills as of right now is cornerback 2. We cannot go into the season with Dane Jackson as the quarterback. It just can't happen as a starting corner. It cannot happen. No disrespect to Dane, but that just can't happen. We cannot go into the season with Dane Jackson as a starting corner. Number 2, defensive tackle. We need an interior defensive guy, a defensive tackle who can line up at 0 or 1 tech and really push the pocket. We need somebody that's willing to get in there and be physical, not only against the run, but against the pass. We need a pocket collapsing defensive tackle, a big boy, big body, a fat guy, whatever you want to call it. We need a big guy to complement Ed Oliver. Ed Oliver, 6'1", barely, 285 pounds, barely. But he's explosive, he's quick, he's strong, and he's very disruptive. He's going to beat guys through that gap. They line him up as a 3 tech, so he's in between the guard and the center, and he's gonna take advantage of that every chance he gets, right? So before teams can double team him, sometimes he just gets behind the line and makes plays. That's what you want. But when you don't have a when you don't have a sound, big body, two gapping defensive tackle behind him, if Ed does not make the play, you're in trouble. And we saw that over the last couple of years, right? When Daquan Jones was playing at his best, Ed was disruptive. We were getting sacks, and if Ed missed, Daquan was there to clean it up. Sometimes Daquan took it upon himself and made the play himself. So we need to go back and find that. Now, I'm hopeful that Daquan will come back and play well this year, being a full year removed from the chest, the pec injury. I think he had a pec tear. I think that's what it was. So a year removed from that, he's going to come back, and we expect to see better football out of Daquan Jones. But let's be honest, guys. Daquan's not the biggest dude either. 315, 320. He probably plays lighter than that. He's probably playing weight, 310, 315, somewhere in between there. And you ideally you want a guy that can effectively take on double teams and, I mean, for lack of a better phrase, stand his ground against the run. And then when it's time to rush the passer, you want a guy that's athletic enough to disengage from blocks and make a play on the quarterback. And at the same time, strong enough and big enough to where he does not give the quarterback an avenue to escape. He pushes those interior offensive linemen into the quarterback's lap, forces him to, ideally what you want is for the defensive tackles to create interior pressure, not allow the quarterback to step up in the pocket or escape if if your defensive ends to go with a speed rush and they leave that gap. You want a guy who's big enough and strong enough to push the pocket and then agile or athletic enough to disengage from his block and make a play on the quarterback, or at least force the quarterback to either hold the football a little bit longer or change his pocket picture, which is still holding the football. But that's what you want. You want guys that are going to complement each other's skill set. You have Ed Oliver, who's a penetrating, quick, strong, agile, undersized 3-tech. You want a big, athletic, two-gapping defensive tackle to pair next to him that's going to basically be his backup. If he misses the play, you got a cleanup guy right there, right? So, so, if you're a baseball fan, if Ed Oliver's the Ichiro, you want Ken Griffey. You want a Ken Griffey behind him to kind of, clean up the base path, basically. Knock the runner in from home. Knock the runner in, man. So that's ideally the two major needs, I think. I think with every other position, when you look at the additions that the Buffalo Bills have made so far, and they brought in Joey Bosa, who, I mean, outside of the injuries, one of the better pass rushers of this era. Wide receiver, they brought in, we had issues with man coverage, beating man coverage. Well, they brought a guy who was top 10 in beating man coverage last year in Palmer, Joshua Palmer. So, I think that you're comfortable going into the season with the wide receiver room where it is. Obviously, you want to add a couple other guys. I think we're only at like 4 receivers right now, but you want to add a couple guys, sure, whatever. But the core of this wide receiver room is what it is. It's going to be Coleman, Palmer, Shakir, Curtis Samuel, and that's it at wide receiver for now. I mean, we should be Matt Collins, but he's playing with the Patriots now. That's another story for another day. Still not over that. And then if you look at safeties, yes, we brought back Damar Hamlin, but I think Cole Bishop played better towards the end of the year. I would lean towards Cole Bishop probably being the starter next to Taylor Rapp when the season kicks off week 1. They also added a free agent in Derek Forrest from the Commanders. He didn't have a great 2024, but 2023 he was injured, and in 2022 his film was excellent. Very smooth in transitions in his from his back pedal to chasing down the football. He looked comfortable as the deep safety in cover three. Definitely has the athletic profile to be and the range to cover enough ground to assist your your corners, your boundary guys on deep routes, or take that corner route away from the slot. He's got the speed to be able to do that. So and I mean he lays the boom, man. Like the dude is a hitter. He's not afraid to mix it up in the run game. He's not afraid to come down and really, you know, put his pads on somebody. So those are all things that we love from the safeties in Buffalo. Preferably, put your pads on the other team. Taylor Rapp, I mean, he gets a bad rap for it, no pun intended, but he does hit our guys. Like a lot of guys hit their teammates, but like Taylor Rapp doesn't, and usually injures people. But it happens more often than not. But anyway, let's get back to that, to uh, the overall picture of the team. Right, we're good at quarterback. We're good at running back. We're good offensive line. Like nobody's complaining about that. Linebacker, I think we're straight right now. Safety room, not the best, but I think it's sufficient. You can go into the season and feel fine about the safety room. I think the wide receivers, same thing. Tight end, I think tight ends. I think we have one of the best tight end groups in the NFL. What's left, guys? Corner and defensive tackle. Even DNs, like I'm comfortable with the defensive ends. Like Rousseau's one of the better defensive ends in the league. I know he doesn't get double-digit sacks, but every year this guy's, right around 8 or 9 sacks. What he's great against the run. Let's give him credit for that. Like he's one of the better players in the league. And if you don't believe me, talk to Willie Johnson's grandsons. They have his Madden rating down, so they know. They'll tell you his Madden rating is really good, and that matters. Who else? Oh, AJ Epinesa. A lot of y'all give AJ Epinesa some unfair criticism, and I don't like it. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. This is the first time I've seen you comment, man, and I appreciate the love, bro. Like we do this for y'all. Yeah, man. Like we do this for y'all, brother. So, or ma'am, I don't know, male, you cargo, whoever you are. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe so you get notifications when we do content. And yeah, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. We do this to kind of just give you guys our perspective on where the Bills are, and we don't come up here to tell you things that are wrong on purpose. We don't just give you our opinions based purely on how we feel. Like we don't. It's not an eye test for us, right? It's not the eye test. It's film statistics. We watch the games. We watch the 22s. We watch the NFL pros. We are putting the work in, and we're going to give you what the numbers and what the tape says. And sometimes we're right, sometimes we're wrong, and if we're wrong, we'll tell you. And when we're right, I'm definitely going to let you know about it. So again, appreciate it. But where were we? All right, so yeah, defensively, I think the edges are fine. I mean, AJ is getting you 6.5 sacks every year, 3 years straight now. He doesn't play 50% of the snaps, folks. I think if you're a Bills fan and if you're honestly looking at AJ Epinesa, yes, he was a second round pick. How many second round picks get drafted on a defensive line and are studs? Like There's some true. There are. He's not a stud, but it could be worse. It could be Boogie Basham. We missed on that. It could be Boogie Basham. He's not. Um, if you look at Trayvon Walker from Jacksonville, drafted number 1 overall a couple years ago, he had double-digit sacks last year. He plays all the time. AJ plays 40, 38 to 40% of the snaps, 6.5 sacks. Now, some of this is due to injury. He does miss some time from time to time with injuries. I think last year he missed a few games. And then even the year before that, I think he missed some time as well. But we've seen AJ be an absolute game wrecker. Remember the Commanders game a couple years ago where he had a sack, interception, return for a touchdown? I think he had a couple sacks that game. He was everywhere. Pass deflections, all of that. They dropped him in coverage. Dude, like he's really solid. Like for your defensive end number 3, you could do a lot worse. I don't know if you could do much better when you're talking about defensive end number 3. But that's another conversation, man. I'm telling you, like y'all got to give AJ some credit. He is, he's tough, man. Like he's a good player for us. What else? And I mean, with and Joey Bosa, he's fine. Like Joey Bosa, you know what you're gonna get from him. If he's healthy, dog, dog off the leash, calls pound, get this dude off the pick your kids up and get in the house because he gonna bite. He's a dog. All right. Who else? Javon Solomon, folks. If you did not watch Javon Solomon play last year, please go back and watch. He is an undersized defensive end. He just manages to find his way to the football. Very good. He showed a lot of good flashes when rushing the passer last year. I like to see him get a little bit stronger against the run. I don't think he was terrible at the edge, but he can get a little bit better, a little bit stronger on the edge. But defensive end number 4, he's fine. Like he could be worse. So that leaves really 2 positions, folks. It's where we at? Spencer's getting hotter and hotter. Bro, Jared, listen, I brought this up to Ben earlier. You remember? I think it was 2 weeks ago. We were talking about Alec Pierce being traded and to the Bills, like the Bills going to pick up Alec Pierce. So yesterday, story comes out. I think it was Sporting News or something like that. They have a potential trade. Well, we know of a speedy wide receiver that the Buffalo Bills can add. He sucks on rundown and has the tools to be a very good pass rusher. Are you talking about Swenson? Yeah, okay, yeah, you got to be talking about Swenson. Yeah, I like Braden Swenson a lot. I told you that when I first watched him. When I first watched his stuff a few months ago. We talked about this. It was him and the guy from Texas, Barron Sorrell. So we talked about those guys. Like the cat is out the bag. It's over. Like they know about those guys now. Swenson is gonna go probably late second, somewhere in the second, late third. Or early third. And Sorrell is gonna be off the board in the 3rd round. So the guys that we thought we were, we thought we found. The rest of the community is the rest of the league, I guess, has picked up on it and they're targeting those guys now. So it is what it is. Maybe we should be scouts. Maybe we should apply and figure out how to get this information to Brandon Beane before he drafts another Boogie Badger. Anyway, Yeah, so we talking to Jared. I mean, not Jared. I was talking to Ben about this, and Ben brought that up, and I was like, "That's a great idea. Like, let's trade for Alec Pierce. He's going into his last year. There's really not a spot for him in Indianapolis. They have Pittman, who they just signed to an extension. Um, Josh Downs, slot receiver, they love him. He's not going anywhere. And wide receiver, basically their ex, or soon to be their ex. They drafted in A.D. Mitchell, and A.D. Mitchell's nice. Um, 6'1", 6'2", 4.3 speed, good, solid hands. He's a really good deep threat. Like, that guy is tough, and it's musical chairs in that wide receiver room. They're not going to pay Pierce to be wide receiver 4. He's going to go someplace else where he can get some money. Why don't we just, instead of worrying about trying to find a guy in the draft, let's just trade for him. What's up, Q? What's going on, brother? Yeah, 4 very good quality receivers. Yep. They can't keep them on. Yeah, you're right. Quarterback play matters. The Jets are going to find out if Garrett Wilson decides to be out of there. But yeah, that's 100%, man. So they're listening to us, guys. They're listening, and somebody is, and unfortunately, they're taking credit where we should be getting the credit. But anyway, yeah, whatever. Um, where were we? So, all right, we have 2 major needs we need to address: defensive tackle, cornerback. Now, we talked about a few guys, sparingly here and there, and I'm going to give you 3 that. Hold on, let me make sure I have. Yep, there you go. Oh no, we can't. Is this? And we're not gonna use him. So first one, I think. Wait. Where is? No, hold on. All right. So we talked a bit about Walter Nolan. I like Walter Nolan a lot. I don't think Walter Nolan will be available. The Bills pick 30th in the draft. I just don't see. What's this? Yeah. So all right, let's go through it real quick. Bills draft picks on the screen, guys. See him? See him? See him? All right. So that's what we look like right now, right? What did we make it? No, we didn't make a deal. We didn't make any trades, right? We didn't make any trades, did we? Help me out, chat. I think I'm bugging right now. But that's as far as I can remember, that's what we look like. And out of those picks, we got like I think we have maybe 4 spots, like 4 or 5 roster spots available at most. 4 or 5 roster spots. Definitely CB2 is out there. You can make a case for um safety, but again, like I think the safety room's pretty complete. I think we need a linebacker. Balen Spector has never been healthy, and he wasn't even really good last year. So I need us to take a linebacker and push Spector off the team, off the roster. Defensive tackle, we definitely need one. They brought in Larry Ogunjobi, but we're still gonna need another guy like the guy I was saying, a big defensive tackle. We have 4 wide receivers. We usually carry 6. We carry 5 or 6. We are also missing a tight end. Quentin Morris still has not been re-signed. So what are we missing, folks? We're missing 2 receivers, right? Because we have 4 right now. Maybe Tyrell Shavers makes his team, but we still need to probably draft one and sign one, or trade for one and draft one. Whatever combination you come up with, we need to add 2 receivers to this roster. That will give us at least 6. Um, so those are 2 spots. Then we have tight end, tight end 3. I would like tight end 3 to be a guy who can go in line. We have, your split out. We have your flankers and your split out, your split tight ends. We have those guys, like we have them already. We don't need more of that. We need another guy. I wouldn't mind the Bills taking CJ Dupree. Yeah, yep. I agree. There are a few tight ends. I think I'm going to get into some of that tight end stuff this weekend and start paying attention to them a little bit. Now that Quentin Morris is not coming back. Well, I don't know if he's not coming back, but right now I don't. He's not on the roster, so who knows? So that's 3 spots. Defensive end, I think we need to add a defensive end. That would be nice. We did sign Michael Hoyt, but he's suspended for the first 6 games, so we still need to add a guy there. And even still, like even if we add a guy and Michael Hoyt comes back, we still have a need next season. We still, you still want to be ahead of this thing. You have a 1-year deal for Joey Bosa, and then this is the last year of AJ Epinez's extension. I hope we bring him back, but there's no guarantee. Somebody might blow him out of the water with some cash, and I think he would take it if somebody's offering him $10 million or $8 or $9 million to go play as a defensive end on their team as a reserve. Sure, why not? Go get your money. I don't blame him. So with 2 defensive ends on the roster currently that are going to be expiring contracts after this season, we got to add another guy, right, to have him ready to go for 2025 or the 2026 season. And then defensive tackle, that's another one. So we're at what, 4th? That's 5 spots. And then if you want to add a safety, I mean, you can. You can. I'm not. And we actually have room for another corner. I think Corey Childs will take it, but we do have another room. We have room for another corner because we did trade. Yeah, that is outdated. We traded Elam and got another 5th and traded one of our 6s, the late 6, I think. Let's go back. This might be older. Yeah. So we traded 2-0. No. Never mind. No, this is accurate because the pick right there, the 170th overall from Dallas. All right. Never mind. My bad. Never mind. So that's accurate. That's where we are. So was that 6 spots? 2 corners, defensive tackle, defensive end, 2 wide receivers, and tight end. All right, 7. All right, 7 spots. 10 draft picks. I think we can make it happen, man. I think we can make it work. We'll do a mock draft to get into. And I'm normally, I have a bias of certain players that I like, and those are the guys that I'm usually going to draft. But this one I'm going to let you guys in the chat. You guys make the picks. I'll put the mock draft up there. You guys make the selections, not me. All right, we'll do it that way. So that's my opinion. I just talked for 30 minutes or whatever about the roster and where I think the roster is and what the needs are. Let me give you the reason why I believe that that's where we're at. Why I think the major need is corner and the major need is defensive tackle. Not just from a roster building standpoint, but from the standpoint of the performance on the field. I already going through the Bills' defensive efficiency and DVOA and things like that. But let's talk about the offense. I know wide receiver is a hot spot. And everybody says, "Oh, we need to get a speedy guy. We need to get an X receiver. We need to get a guy wide receiver. That's a big need. We need a wide receiver. We need a wide receiver." Folks, the Bills averaged 30 plus points a game last year. the number 2 scoring offense in the NFL as far as points per game. Third down conversion percentage, number 7. Fourth down conversion percentage, number 2. Red zone scoring percentage, the Bills offense, number 2. Number 2, like, that's elite. That is what you want your team to do. You want your team to consistently move the chains, convert third downs, convert fourth downs when you need it, put points on the board, really put pressure on the other team, and give your defense the opportunity to play from the front, right? And have teams, become one-dimensional because they're trying to catch you. So what do we do defensively? Points per game, number 12, right? We didn't give up a ton of points. That's pretty solid. Third down conversion. The Buffalo Bills were 30th out of 32 teams. Defensive third down conversion percentage. 30th. Fourth down conversions, 14. Not great. Red zone defense, 17th. It's middle of the road. You have problems on any side of the football, they're going to be exposed in the playoffs. And that's what we saw last year against the Chiefs, right? The lack of ability to beat man coverage, we saw that. They wound up in man, and it was tough, right? When they said, you know what, we're going to bring pressure, and we're going to man guys up. We didn't really have a man beater. They took the run away by stacking the box, and we didn't really have a counterpunch. Hopefully Joshua Palmer can be that. Hopefully we draft a guy that can also stretch the field, keep defenses honest, force them to keep a safety deep, force them to keep 2 safeties deep, right? That's what you want. You want that extra safety out of the box so you can run the football. It's called the box count, guys. So we get the rankings, and why is that? Why are we so bad? Right? Let's get a little deeper. So I looked into the passing defense numbers. So from a pass rush standpoint, the Buffalo Bills were number 6 in pass rush win rate. 11th in pressures as a team. We had 39 sacks, which was like middle of the road, not crazy. You want to get that number over 40 though. You want to have more than 40 sacks as a team. I mean, 17 weeks. I was like, get the quarterback down. Number 10 as a team in quarterback hurries. And before y'all say, well, the defense was way more aggressive, no, it wasn't. We were 26th in blitz percentage last year. 26 out of 32 teams. So we didn't blitz a ton. Like we were, bottom 6 or whatever in blitzing. But we just didn't get home. We didn't get sacks. We got pressure. We got plenty of that. We in the quarterback's face, forcing the quarterbacks to move. We did all of that. Just didn't convert it into sacks. That's where the defensive tackle, the athletic DT I was telling you about, that's where it comes into play, right? Clearly, we get pressure. Gregory Rousseau, number 11 in the NFL in quarterback pressures. Out of all the defensive linemen, all the linebackers, all the defensive players in the league, Rousseau's number 11, right? Now, Adrian Vanessa, playing less than 40% of the snaps, had 16 pressures. It's not crazy, but still good. It's still solid. And Oliver, 19 pressures. Still solid, for a defensive tackle. You'd like to see that number a little bit higher. But again, you gotta have another guy that does not allow teams to double team Ed Oliver all the time. You get a guy that's going to push the pocket, that's going to be physical, that's going to out. If you single block him, he's going to push that pocket. That's what you want. That's why I say defensive tackle is a major need, folks. Um, so that's the defensive line. Those are the defensive line numbers, pretty much. Obviously, there's going to be some pressures and some hurries and knockdowns or whatever, sacks from linebackers and DBs, of course, but it's not enough. Like, it's not needle moving numbers from the back seven, right? So this is pretty much the front four putting in work. From pass defense and coverage, opponent completion percentage. We were 28th in the league out of 32 teams. 68.4% completion percentage. So quarterbacks are throwing almost 70% against them, like completing passes almost 7 out of 10 times. That's atrocious. Opponent yards per pass, 7.3. 2 passes the first half, guys. Which, I mean, whatever. Like, throwing the football is going to get more yards anyway than running it per attempt. That's what you expect. We were 23rd in the NFL. So lower half, but not one of the worst teams. And opponent's yards passing per game. We were 21st. 223 yards per game through the air. Now, I'm not giving the rushing numbers because there was nothing in the rushing stats to say that we were terrible. Like, I mean, let me see. Do I still have that page up? Oh, I don't. But if anybody, questions the data or wants to ask some questions about, those numbers or whatever, sure, like, hit me up at Whittle2K. I'm got no problem answering questions or having a conversation about this. Not a problem for me. All right, so the coverage numbers looked out. We just gave that. I just gave those out. The coverage numbers don't look great. But why? Why is it? Who are the guys in coverage that are killing us? Well, I found that out too. So DeMar Hamlin's completion percentage when targeted, 73%. Russell Douglas, when targeted, 72.9%, 73. Dorian Williams, who played a ton of snaps for the injured Matt Milano, 72.9% when targeted. Taylor Rapp, 68.8% when targeted. That's pretty much your entire secondary, right? The only two guys that I mentioned were Taron Johnson and Christian Benford. That's because those guys, when targeted, they didn't give up a ton. They didn't give up a ton of yards. They didn't give up, negligible stuff. Negligible. Well, actually, no. Taron Johnson's completion percentage when targeted was 70%. He's a slot corner. Like, most of that is, quick hitters, quick out routes, throws to the flat, like stuff like that. Like, what do you expect him to do? He can't get there in time. But he makes tackles, though. Give him credit for that. Cole Bishop, completion percentage when targeted last year, 72%. The quarterback rating when targeting these players, DeMar Hamlin, 103. Quarterback rating when targeting DeMar Hamlin, 103. Russell Douglas, 122. 122 from your starting CB2, guys. When targeted. Okay? For context purposes, I believe a perfect passer rating is like 158.3. So Russell Douglas getting targeted is 122. It's not good. It's not good at all. Dorian Williams, when targeted, quarterback rating of 107.3. Cole Bishop, when targeted, quarterback rating of 127.4. Killer Rapp, when targeted, quarterback rating of 109.2. Anybody still think defensive end is the major need? Anybody still think wide receiver is the major need? Come on, guys. Like, let's be honest. Like, the offense is a Bentley. Will the Bentley look better with chrome rims? Absolutely. Yeah, of course. Do you need them though? No, it's still a Bentley. Like, we're putting points up. We don't need the chrome rims. Would it be nice? Sure, of course. Yeah, definitely. You don't need it though. Would it be nice? Yes. Do you need it? Nah. Would it be nice? You don't say no to it, but you don't need it. But you can take it. Defensively, we're driving a Ford Pinto, guys. Transmission is backfiring. The engine is lagging. I think it's water in there. It's bad. The coverage is bad, guys. It's bad. These numbers. I know we turned a lot of teams over, and that's why the points per game was low. That's why we won so many games. We turned teams over a lot. But turnovers don't like. I mean, there's a certain portion of that's luck. The ball will find you when you're doing the right thing, but not all. You don't always convert those plays. So we cannot go into 2025 depending on being what top 5, top 4 in turnover ratio. We can't do that. We got to get back to playing sound defense, sound coverage. Improve the pass rush, absolutely. But let's improve it in a way that makes sense for what this team wants to do. This team wants to play nickel. They're gonna be in a 4-2-5. I'd like to see some 3-3-5 stuff now that we have Michael Hoyt. I'd like to see some of that. But ultimately, we want to play nickel. They don't want to take. They're not taking Taron Johnson off the field, folks. He's not coming off the field. So let's let that go right now. Taron's not coming off the field. I know you want him to. I know you guys think that the Bills need to run a 4-3 in order to stop the run. No, we don't. So yeah, we'll get there. Now, in other news, we'll touch on real quick before we fire up this mock draft. The 2 guys that are still not signed. Christian Benford and James Cook. I would like to see Christian Benford get done. So I just don't think you you just don't let a top 5 corner. And these are the numbers. I don't really care what your opinion is. If you think that he's not elite, the guy's elite. It is what it is. You don't let a guy like that get to free agency. Running back, Cook. I think obviously running backs are easier to replace. But here's another way. Let me give you the other side of this now. So the like middle of the road in yards before contact as a team total. Well, some of that is Ty Johnson getting stuffed and how they beat. Oh my gosh, the Lakers won by 1 point. If anybody paying attention to that, they beat Indiana by 1. Let's see. Oh, I think they hit a game winner. Drama. What is it? Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. LeBron with a tip in off of a Luka miss, a Luka floater he missed. See, guys, young players box out, man. Young players box out. LeBron should have never had that position. Yeah, it's our position, bro. You can't allow that. The defenders are ball watching. All right. The Buffalo Bills were middle of the road last year in yards before contact as a team. I think Cook was really high. I think Cook's yards before contact was really good. Let me look it up for certain. Let me look it up real quick. Real quick. Give me 2 shakes, folks. 2 shakes. Yeah, it's time to start talking about this. Like, yo, he's elite, yo. Like, he is elite. All right, yeah, yards before contact. Um, that's it. 2.6. I thought it'd be higher than that. Whatever. All right, so you know what? Never mind. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm wrong. I thought his yards before contact was going to be a lot higher than that. I thought it was somewhere around 3 or 4, maybe even 5 yards, but it's not. It's 2.6, which is pretty average. So, all right, look, the numbers have driven this conversation. I was wrong about this young man's yards before contact. So it is what it is. We'll quit that now. Stop saying it. Yeah. But with that said, right, he had nearly 1,300 yards from scrimmage, over 1,000 rushing yards. Barely got over 1,000, but still, it's 1,000 rushing yards. Like, let's get a man credit. 1,000 rushing yards, 1,000 rushing yards. The run blocking win rate for the Buffalo Bills last year was 18%. I mean 18. Excuse me, 18 in the NFL. 71% of the time. So what's happening on all those other times? Well, what's happening is James Cook is making sugar out of sugar honey iced tea. Okay. I think the Bills do an excellent job of protecting Josh Allen, but when it comes to run blocking, there are 2 issues that we have on this offensive line. Number one is David Edwards. He's the least talented offensive lineman we have. I'm not saying he's not talented. He's just the least talented out of the starting 5, in my opinion. Sometimes he gets beat. Sometimes he gets overpowered. It's difficult at times to run to the left side because he gets overpowered at times. And then, running to the right is great for power, you know, and things like that. But Osiris Torrance, his feet aren't the quickest. They're not what people tried to say it was during the draft, but his feet are not the quickest. So, we run into that at times. Like, quicker defensive linemen can figure out ways to get around them. Linebackers have been able to avoid him and shoot gaps and make plays in the backfield. So those are the issues that we have. Are they major? No. Like, we still run the football very efficiently. We still score points at a very efficient clip. I expect that to continue. But, James Cook is doing a lot with what he's given. So let's give him a little bit of credit. I don't think he's worth $15 million, but I think 12 is really, really fair for him. At the most, 12. Really, really fair for him. All right. We will get into the sponsors really quickly. And after that, we will knock out a mock draft. Stick with me, folks.
For the best Italian food in Western New York, Elliott Apollos, call 716-825-3675. The Lardon Construction Group.
Fubo TV, the official streaming service of Do Champions. FanDuel, the official sportsbook of Do Champions.
For all your summertime needs, beauty pools, as well as kayak pools.
CX Chronicles, your total customer solutions focused manager. W.GG, the official energy drink of Dew Champions.
Hey, Sons of Erie, our artwork looks better on your walls. Hamburg Brewing, please visit our tap room on Boston State Road, Hamburg, New York. And finally,
Fat Boy Surf Club for all your surfing needs.
All right, we are back. Let's get into this mock draft. All right. Wish I could make this a full screen. Can I? What's as full as it's going to get? Okay. All right. Chat, get with me real quick, man. Who we got? He absolutely dog. Yeah. Put yourself real quick, man. Yeah, James Cook. I just think I really think the biggest thing was the way James Cook handled it in the media. Like the Bills don't do business like that, man. And you should know better. You was here when James did all that, with all that Stephon drama. We just got rid of that dude. Like we don't want to deal with that again, man. But anyway, all right. So I got the draft keyed up. I'm just going to start. Hey, look. Sorry about all of these ads on the side and all of that. Look, it is what it is, man. I'm not paying for another whatever you call it. We just gonna have to rock out with this, bro. Let's see settings. Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, settings, Buffalo Bills. This is the mock draft, NFL mock draft database simulator. Right. I like this because it has more of the prospects on it. Some of the prospects that are available are not on PFFs. They're not on the PFF joint. So we're gonna go with this. All right, so yeah, we're here. All right, let's hit start, and we will get through this, and I'll stop it from. We'll talk a little bit about. We'll talk a little bit about some areas where I think the Bills can trade, and hey, guys are flying off. Oh, Genty went to okay. All right. Okay. We're not taking that trade. Let's see what else they got. No. All right. So let's see who's still available. First off, let's see who went where. I just like to looking for stuff real quick. Cam Ward went first. Shedeur Sanders went to Kyle McCoy third. Yo. Will Campbell, offensive tackle, Mason Graham, Genty, Kevin Banks. Okay. Abdul Carter went 9. That's great. Travis Hunter 10. Yeah. I was like, yeah, this is not happening. Yo. Johnny Bear, that's a good pick for them. Malachi Starks, I can see that. Shamar Stewart, yeah. Cincy, yeah. Luther Burton, absolutely. John Campbell, yeah. Tyler Moore, yeah. Kenneth, yeah. Yeah. Even Ward, yep. Walton. I don't know if they go defensive tackle Texans, but if they do, whatever. Mike Green, Josh Conley. All right. So so what we got? All right, so we're looking at defensive line. All right, so defensive line, Darius Alexander, Tyler Williams, Alfred Collins. These are 3 guys who I think all make a ton of sense. The other guy was Derek Harmon, but he's gone. I'm not really that big on Derek Harmon anyway. I don't think he didn't look that great this year against the run, but he's rushing the passes. And corner, we got Maxwell Hairston, Shavon Ravel Jr., Azariah Thomas, Trey Amos, Benjamin Morrison, and Darian Porter. Those are the only players that I think should go in the first 2 rounds at the corner back position. Let's go back to defensive line. Yeah, Darius Alexander, TJ Sanders, I'm not a fan. Just he's a bull rush guy, but he's undersized. We already got an undersized guy. I'm good. Let's see, wide receiver, Emeka Buka, Jaden Higgins, Trey Harris, Alec Ayamanor. That's the guy that mossed Travis Hunter. I think he burned him for like 100 plus yards or whatever. Bean will probably take his 40. Yeah, I can see that. We did have a top 30 visit with Isaiah Bond, so fingers crossed that we go out and get a guy we actually need. Let's see what else. Yeah, I mean, we're not taking running back. Let's see what the edge looks like. All right, so Donovan Ezerique. Now, all right. If the Bills took Donovan Ezerique with their first pick, I would not be mad. I wouldn't be mad. I would probably be a little disappointed because I think corner is the most important need, but and I think defensive end is like third as far as needs are concerned. I wouldn't be mad though. Like he's elite. He's the lead. I would not be mad. I think I'm lagging too. Am I lagging for y'all? Maybe. All right. Well, I don't know. All right, folks. Yeah, he can't play the run. I would be mad because there are 3 players that are. Right. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, I get that. I think his bend is impressive. And his 3-cone and shuttle, elite dog. Elite. Um and the other thing is he has a pass rush plan, right? So even if Ezerique is not great against the run in year 1, I mean that's fine because is he really gonna be playing against the run a lot? No, it's gonna be Rousseau and AJ. And then we'll get some Bosa. Yeah, he got 35-inch arms. That's the other part too. Like that bend plus those arms. I don't know, bro. I don't know. So we still got Landon Jackson there. I'm not high on him. I'm higher on. I like JT Tuamalu a little bit more. I just think he's more. I think he's a more powerful player. I think he's a. I think he's a more. I don't want to say complete player, but I think he's good at the run. He's good, and he's fine getting after the passer as well. But anyway, all right. So Jared, where we going, bro? We going defensive tackle? We going corner? We going receiver? Or are we going? Where we going? Kush, yeah, Kush. Yeah, I know Kush. Amos. I got it. Any objections to Amos? All right, well, that's 2. That's 2 for Amos. Going once. Going twice. The pick is in, folks. The Bills are taking Trey Amos at 30. All right. Where we at? So, I would want to. I'm pausing it right now because did Tyleik Williams already go? Yeah, he's gone. All right, where did he go? Let's see. I'm not redoing this. So, all right. So, if the Bills were to trade out of pick 30, there's one person. Now, Collins already going. Collins went 38 overall. There's a team. Chicago has 2 picks. If you look here, 38 and 41. I mean, 39 and 41. Those are 2 of the picks that I would try to go after. And it will probably cost you pick 30 and pick 56 and probably like a 4th. But I'd be willing to do that because then you could get Amos, maybe, and you get Tyler Williams as well. So that's like that is a trade back candidate. That's a trade back partner that I would think about. Right? I would think about those guys. Also, you look at teams that may be in the market for a quarterback that want to trade back into the first round. So who do we have that may need a quarterback that's not going to take one early? Vegas. They may not take a quarterback in the first round. Cleveland's another team that may not take a quarterback in the first round. The Giants may not take a quarterback, but they want to trade back into the first round. This is the way that we can make a deal, get an extra pick for like maybe the 3rd round or something like that, or whatever. Make some moves and trade back. Granted, they don't really care about the 50 option. He gonna sign who he gonna sign, and that's what it is. But maybe another time we'll do one, and then we'll make some trades. But all right, let's keep it moving. Let's see where we end up. 56. All right, we had 56. We took Trey Amos. Where we going? Where we going, chat? We got Landon Jackson, Xavier Watts, JT Tuamalu is still available. Trey Harris is still available. All of the defensive tackles that we would like to take right here are gone. So let's see who's left at defensive tackle. Deion Walker, I don't think we want to take him. Omar Norman Lott, like him, he's a pass rush guy, not really great against the run. Joshua Farmer, we like him a lot. 35-inch arms, 313, 6'5". Can probably put some more weight on and still play effectively. But I think 56 is a little too early. Landon Jackson's here. JT Tuamalu's here. Xavier Watts is here. Trey Harris. These are just guys that I think, or you know what, if you want to get fly and double dip, take Darian Porter right there. I wouldn't. But so all right, where we going, guys? Where we going? Corner, edge, safety. Doesn't make sense to take a one tech. Doesn't make sense to take a DT right now. Like none of the DTs are worthy of the 56th selection. So where we going? Come on, dog. You make the pick. Wide receiver, defensive end, or safety. All right. It says safety, guys. It says safety. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, I agree, Jared. But we're not Brandon Bean. All right. We're gonna take Xavier Watts right there. Where we at? All right, we are at 62. JT Tuamalu's here. Trey Harris for edge. So Landon Jackson's gone. Who else? Isaiah Brown. We got a top 30 visit with him. We had a top 30 visit with him. What you think? We going receiver here, or we going Jordan Birch? Jordan Birch is there, defensive end. Would be a solid pick, I think. I think Birch is worth it right here. Um, but so Trey Harris is being suggested. So is JT Tuamalu. Uh, Trey Harris not really a burner though. He ran like a 4.5 something. Like, so he's not really a burner. He's good against man, but Isaiah Bonds, that's a burner. That's a burner. Jalen Noel is here too. All right, so who you want? You want Noel or you want? All right, I got you, Kush. Kush said, Bond, we need speed. Dawn said, burner, yes. What we doing? We doing Bond or we doing Jalen Noel? That's where I'm at, bro. I'm there too, Jared. I'm there too. Jared said take JT, man. Take the edge. So all right, dog is saying Bond. All right, cool. So let's look at this. If we take Bond right now, right? What edges we gonna get later? Swenson's gonna be gone. Birch is gonna be gone. Tuamalu's gonna be gone. Maybe Oladeo from UCLA. Ashton Gillette, I like Ashton Gillette. Yo, Jared Ivey is sliding, dog. He's sliding. I like Jared Ivey too, man. I think Jared Ivey is there's our guy. There's our guy. Darren Sherrill. So I mean, you want to go Swenson over Tuamalu? So got he's a powerful rusher who can set the edge. Yeah. Yep. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm not gonna lie. What we got there? Okay, then give me Swinson now. All right, dog. What we doing? Swinson or Tuamalu? That's how I feel. The problem is I don't know if Sorrell is gonna be there by the time we come back around. Like Mike, I mean 140. 140 is like that's low. But I'm not going to allow the grades that they have to tell us who to take. So what would you do right here? 62, you taking Sorrell over Gillette, you taking Sorrell over the kid out of UCLA, over Swinson, over Burge, over Tuamalu. Sorrell can do both. Yep, he can. He's smooth too, bro. I love watching him on film, dog. I loved it. His team is amazing. I don't want to say amazing. It's clean. Like his tape is clean. Like he gives me polished, more athletic, more athletic, more polished AJ Epinesa, which is good. Pure speed edge defender. I like him a lot. All right, so we're gonna go with Sorrell. All right. Our next pick is until 109. We're not gonna wait that long. I'm sure we'll trade up and get in there, get another pick in the third round. But for the purposes of this pod, we're gonna get out of here soon, man. After the fourth round, I'm just gonna blow through the rest of the picks. And yeah, I'm not taking that. No. 4 picks for one is like really intriguing to go down 5 spots. Now, if this was real, like this was a real draft, first of all, they would not offer that. But that's a pick you take. Yeah, you take that pick, but you take that trade. All right. Let's see. We are fourth round, 108 or 109. Pick 109. All right, now we've basically addressed everything but wide receiver. Let's see what you guys want to do. We can go linebacker here. Could go linebacker, or we go defensive line, go defensive tackle here. You got C.J. West and Jordan Phillips. The defensive line. Yeah, Jamari Caldwell. Still got a few guys. J.J. Pegues. Still got a few guys there that we like. What we doing? Are we going? So let me ask you this: are we doing defensive tackle or are we doing wide receiver? Tony Horton's here. Ty Felton's there. Kyle Williams is available. What we doing? Wide receiver or defensive tackle. Now keep in mind our next selection is 132. So after this, we got 23 picks to go. What you think? Dog is saying wide receiver. Jared, what we doing? Kush, tap in. Yo, hey, does anybody want X? Like, yo, if you want X, if you follow me on X, you want to jump in here and you're not trying to be in the comments like that, shoot me a DM. I'll put it up. I'll make the selection. So yeah. Um, defensive tackle. All right, so dog is saying wide receiver. Well, dog, you saying everything, bro. Then you grab the wide receiver. All right. I like Tony Horton. Um, Ty Felton's a burner. Kyle Williams. You mean Kyle Williams, right? Bond is gone, brother. Bond is out of there. Yeah, Bond is gone. All right, so we're going Kyle Williams. All right. Kyle Williams it is. 109, Kyle Williams. I hope them defensive tackles are still there, man. We look like we're in good shape, though. I think we're in good shape. Okay, all right. Kyle Williams is a vertical runner is nasty. Yeah, we're in good shape, man. Defensive line, all right, we got to go defensive tackle now. We have to. It's the end of the fourth round. We got to go defensive tackle. Yeah, Kyle is a burner. Kyle definitely is a burner. Let me get the information out. You know, I like to have the information, folks. I don't think Kyle Williams got invited to the 40. I mean to the combine, did he? Oh, he did. Okay. Or was this from his pro day? 4-4 flat, guys. 4-4 flat. Yeah. I just saw that. Yeah, 4-4 flat. Yeah, I'm all over that. That for sure. All right, we're good there. All right, so defensive line. We're going with C.J. West, Jordan Phillips, Jamari Caldwell, JJ Pegues, Elijah Roberts. What we doing? You tell me. How's Talik? Talik, bro, Talik is gone. Oh no, how tall? Uh, five, 5'10.5". Yeah, 5'10.5", 190. 5'10.5", 190, brother. Kyle Williams, 5'10.5", 190. All right, defensive tackle. Who we taking? We got to address it now. Some guys not gonna make it to the next to our next selection. Yeah, I mean the short arms don't scare you though, Jordan Phillips. I think he's a more powerful player as well, and there's probably some pass rush upside with that because um he'll see more opportunities with single coverage. I don't. I mean, I don't know, bro. Unless the short arms don't scare you at all. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Defensive tackles with short arms does like it does work. See what his arm length came in at. 31 and a half. It's not. It's not horrible, but I would prefer to see. I would prefer to see him around 33, 33, 34, like a Joshua Farmer who's no longer available. By the way, there's no way they let Landon Jackson or Joshua Farmer. Like I think 100% the Bills are drafting those guys. 100%. Listen, Junior Caldwell. Yo, Jermaine Caldwell's arm length 32 inches. Yeah, I know, bro. But was that just like one game? That was just like one game against Ohio State. Like I don't know if he gets watched often. Does he? I don't think so. And your man didn't run Jordan Phillips didn't run a 40 either. What you mean not more than Harmon? Oh, Jordan Phillips, his weight is 312. 6'1" and a half, 312. 29 reps on the bench too. That's not nothing, you know. That's not nothing. Harmon does, Harmon is he is getting watched a lot. Um but we're gonna go with Jordan Phillips, bro. We're gonna go with Jordan Phillips. We'll do that. Jordan Phillips it is. All right. We went with Jordan Phillips. No, dog. Harmon went before 30. Went in the first round, brother. You're never gonna see Harmon. And I'm not doing no trade. Yo. So this is where as I think we start going BPA, right? And as you can see, Uh, we have 2 picks back to back. And I personally, even though we do have Xavier Watts, I think that there's room to add another versatile safety to this team. Is Jayden Blue on the board? Oh, you know me. Nah, he gone. He gone, bro. He gone. He gone. But wait. Look at what we got. Look at what we got here. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Jared, you seeing what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll grab. Let's see where Dolak is. Dolak even. Oh yeah, he's there. Take who? Dolak? Wait. You gotta let me know, man. Take Dolak or what? I agree. Take Jonas Sanker. Yes, sir. Take Jonas Sanker. So now, what this does is you have Watts as your free safety, right? For the future. You have Taylor Rapp right now as your box guy. You have Forrest, who's on a 1-year deal, DeMar Hamlin, who's also on a 1-year deal, and Cole Bishop, who's on his rookie deal. So those 2 1-year deal guys, they don't have to actually make the team. If you get Jonas Sanker, he becomes your fourth. He becomes your fourth safety, right? Uh, Interchangeable guy. Play. He can play in the box. He can play deep. Got speed, tackles. I think he's a heck of a player. I like it. We're gonna take him. Now 170. Normally, I would probably say, yeah, we'll just take whatever, but I'm not passing up. Listen, I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna veto the chat right now. We missed out on the University of Texas San Antonio quarterback a few years ago when we took Kyer Elam. We're not making that mistake again. Zah Frazier, you are a Buffalo Bill. We have addressed the 2 cornerback positions, and we've taken 2 safeties. We're not making another trade because we're going to go get our linebacker from the University of Buffalo, Sean Dolak. All right, I think we got 2 more picks left. Yeah, I had to, bro. No, I had to. I had to do that, man. I gave y'all all of those. Oh, you know what we haven't touched? You know what we haven't touched? Tight end. And we did talk about that. There's your guy, CJ Dipper. Yo, all right. So, Jared, tap in with me real quick. You see who's on the board right now. For tight end, I think we should take. You said CJ. You say CJ Dupree. Thomas Fidone is there. He's 6'4", 6'5", 250, I think. Find out right now. Yo, can he catch? Dog, they're taking this kid. They're taking this kid, bro. Man, I gotta pull this up. They took your Fidone, man. I'm sorry. I know what you're saying. Yo, Fidone is 6'5", 243, ran a 4.7, arm length of 34. His agility and his explosion grade are both elite. I would not both. His agility score is great. I think they're gonna take. I think they're gonna take Fidone, bro. But let's see. What does CJ do? What CJ look like? And folks, like I'm not basing everything on Rash. This is just okay. All right. 6'4", 256, arm length of 32, which is not whatever, but whatever. I like it. I like him. I mean the athletic profile's solid. Yeah, the athletic profile solid. Uh, they have a top 30 visit with Thomas Fidone, so I think they're probably targeting him. That's a tight end. But we'll take CJ. We took CJ, and is that it? No, we have one more. We're gonna sell this pick though. See what else, whatever. Let's see what we got at running back. Let's see what running backs are available before we sell it. Oh, guys. Can we take him? He's literally right there. Literally right there. Come on, Jared, give me the okay. I'm gonna pull the trigger on this right now. Rashard Smith, come on, bro. Where you been? I've been singing this man's praises for weeks. Running back, he's a converted receiver, built exactly the same as James Cook. Yes, he's a burner. What did he run? I want to say he ran a 4.3. I think he ran a 4.36. Let me find out. Good vision as well when he's carrying the football. He's a dog, bro. All right, so we got Rashard Smith out of Southern Methodist. 5'10", 194. Uh, yeah, it's 40-yard dash, the 4.39. 10-yard split of 154. That's pretty good. Arm length for 30 and a half. You know, I like him. I like him. Like you got to see. I mean, go watch the tape, man. I'm telling you, the kid is. See, I like him a lot. Like I think he's super legit. All right, folks. That's the haul. I mean, we're probably not going to take all of these guys, but I don't think we'll use all of those picks. But if we walk out of there, with Gibbs, no, not Gibbs. Gibbs is better than him. But if we walk out of here with Amos, Watts, Terrell, Kyle Williams, and Jordan Phillips, like that for me would be enough. If you can add in, you know, 3 out of these next 5, I'll probably be happy. Woody Marks and Jarquez Hunter, yeah. Yeah, I haven't looked into I haven't looked at their stuff yet. Um, I'll pull it up though. Like I said, guys, don't think we're not in here watching. Listen, we're watching film, folks. Okay, so it's not. This is not for fake. This is real. All right, Jarquez Hunter. Oh, can't watch his. Dang, how embarrassing. Who else we got? What was the other guy? Jarquez and RJ. No, you didn't say RJ Harvey. You said Jarquez Hunter and Woody Marks. Woody Marks. Where's Woody Marks at? Don't tell me we don't got Woody Marks in here. No Woody Marks, brother. Oh no, yeah, they do. Joe Quavius Marks. Is that the same guy? I ain't watching him either then. All right. Bro, what's up? Like, why didn't let me pull up this? There we go. All right, let's watch Jay and Blue real quick. Oh, wait. They won't show it. Like I said, guys, not just talking. We're watching it. All right. Just so you know, we're not BSing. Okay? We're watching the film, folks. We are. Um, but all right, with that being said, man, we are was this hour 43 in. Uh appreciate everybody popping on and you know, sitting back and listening and watching. Next week we'll get our guy back. We'll get our guy Beyond back, and we'll have some guests. Show up and do a little. We'll talk a little bit about some of the prospects and where we see the Bills going, and just we'll just get into some of that, some more of that draft talk. But I'm gonna sign out now, folks. Thank you guys always for coming through. We appreciate it. Thank you to Champions for providing the platform, man. Follow me at Whittle2K on Twitter. We'll talk ball, we'll talk football, we'll talk a little trash too. Um, and yeah, man, that's about it. Y'all have a great night. As always, man. Go Bills.